Hello everybody, it's Joe here and welcome back to OMSI 2. Today we are in Freyfurt. Freyfurt? Isn't that a really old map, Joe, that nobody's been on in absolutely years? Well, yeah, it is, because I used to play this on OMSI 1 back in the day, and it's a brilliant map. Okay, it might not look as good as what a lot of maps by modern day standards do, but I think it's still pretty strong, and it's got some good routes. You know, I think it's got the 62, the 65 and the 63 that are available for the player to drive. Now in the last OMSI European video, we'll call it, we had a look at the IVECO Crossway LE, which was a fantastic bus, and it got me thinking, what if there's more buses out there that I've just missed that are fantastic European buses? So this is what we're looking at today. We are looking at the Irisbus Crossway LE, which is essentially the older version. This was released in 2006, and the IVECO that we looked at in the last episode was released in 2013. You can see, it's still on an IVECO chassis. Ooh, nice. But yeah, all in all, it's a bit of an older design. You can kind of see similarities between the two. It's like a facelifted version. Now, inside, again, we're using the interurban, or the not the city version. So we've got more comfortable seating. Still quite a similar interior to the last one. We've got the, there we go, look at that, bit of window opening at the top. Again, these are all very similar. In terms of the inside, you could be on either bus, really, couldn't you? If you didn't know what you were looking for. There's not really a massive difference. Now, in the cab, of course, you can see we've not got an IVECO steering wheel, and the kind of fittings are a little bit more dated. They're a bit more brown, and we've got a very stagecoachy interior with blue floor, orange poles. I can assure you it's not stagecoach, but there we go. Let's get the bus fired up. Now, before we start, I don't know what gearbox this has got. I imagine, because it's got 1, 2, 3 DNR, it's a ZF. There we go, pop our seatbelt on. But I'm not entirely sure, to tell you the truth. Let's pop some lighting on inside, and I'm going to need some directions. We'll pop on the front. I realise you can't see this, but it's not the end of the world, is it? 62 to Nebelau. Oh, hang on. Put it in drive. There we go. I realise they've all walked down to our stop, but we need to pull to this stop. There we go. And again, like the IVECO, it sounds brilliant. We're going to Nebelau Tillenblick. I mean, listen to that. Listen to that engine. How smooth does that sound? Okay, I can't put my foot down while the door's open. I was gonna rev it a little bit, but never mind. Now we've got 1.5 minutes until we're due out. I'll fast forward that to 1 minute just so that we can get moving. It's a seriously good looking bus. Now, why am I using this particular livery? Well, the reason is quite simple. The actual AI is this white and green livery, and I just picked out of all the liveries you get the closest one that I possibly could to that. There you go. There's not a lot of method in the madness there, apart from the odd bit of method that there is in the madness. Oh, I keep clicking, and it keeps telling me you can't move your vehicle while you've got a timetable. I don't want to. Leave me alone. We've got this nice coach-style interurban door here, and we're off. Right, let's get that handbrake off. I'm intrigued to find out what gearbox we've got. It could potentially be a ZF. It might not be. Might be a Voith. Might be CNG. Who knows? There we go. Oh hell, we're off. We're off. This doesn't sound like the ZF version that I've operated before. Am I in a manual box? I don't know what I'm driving, to be honest with you. Are we in D? There we go. Have a little look both ways. It's very, like, this is obviously not ZF. Oh, it's very thrashy. It's incredibly thrashy, isn't it, that? I'm tempted to say a Voith if I'm being totally honest. Ah, there we go. We could hear the traditional Voith squeal, the scream. There we go. We'll open that back set of doors as well. That last wants to get off. She's been waiting for that bus. She's only just gone up the road, bless her. Hey, dearie me. Right, never mind. I guess if she's paying her fare, it doesn't matter, does it, really? Come on. Did I not put the handbrake on before? That was naughty of me, wasn't it? Right, so we think we're working with a Voith gearbox here. It's very thrashy. It's incredibly thrashy. Again, like the other pack, this is going to set you back £16.23. Again, probably thinking that's an odd amount of money, but I guess that's because it'll have translated from euros, so it's probably about 20 euros for the pack. Like the other pack, the IVECO pack, you get an absolute stronghold of liveries, as well as different specs of vehicle. I mean, like I say, we've got the city spec. This is the interurban spec we're currently driving on. And again, I just can't get over this map, how old this map is. But it looks brilliant, doesn't it, still? It really does. And because it's an older map, with less detail in it compared to a lot of modern maps, the frame rates are awesome. It's silky smooth. Absolutely silky smooth. Well, there we go, we'll let you lot on. Excuse me. See, it doesn't sound like a Voith, does it really, when we're going there? But obviously when I'm braking, you'll hear the whistle. Hear that? In the background? And of course the fact that we've not got several thousand gears, so that's what's putting me off the thought that it's a ZF. Because a Voith, it could just be a 4-speed Voith, couldn't it? And that is what it's likely to be. There we go. Fischhof. Oh, hang on, there we go. Just smack it into curb, that's absolutely fine. These are the large buses that can cope with being bashed about, aren't they? You kind of get that impression that these are really worthy of taking quite a beating without surrendering. Unlike a lot of the modern buses that seem like they're made of tissue paper. It's a pretty route, isn't it? If I remember, I shall of course try and put the download link in the description for this map. You should really try it, particularly if you're looking for a great route or great map to run your European buses. Oh, we can't move the blind down. That's disappointing. That really is disappointing. I mean, that was something that was in the stock buses. Is there no way to do that? Have I got to... Is there like a button on here to move the blind? Hang on, we just need to stop because Joe can't see where he's going. I'm not seeing it. That's kneeling. Never mind. Right, come on. Oh, hang on, I think Have I broken the bus now? What's happening? Is it because I'm knelt? I don't know what's happening. I think I've broken the bus. This is just me clicking random things. Oh, there we go. Right, we're off. We're off. Get out of the way because this guy's going to run us off the road. I mean, it sounds good, doesn't it? It's thrashy. It just doesn't seem to want to change up. It sounds like you're driving a manual, and you're just not quite sure that you're driving a manual. You know, nobody's told you. So you're there thrashing the living daylights out of it, like, why won't you change gear? And somebody points out over your shoulder, actually, yeah, it's a manual. You need to move that stick to your right-hand side. And then you feel like a fool for the remainder of the time you spend with that person. Oh, sorry, love, you need to actually get on if you want to get on. I haven't got time to sit all afternoon, have we? What's that? Is that a swimming pool? Wasserman. Cafe and restaurant. Oh, okay. What a gorgeous place to have a cafe and restaurant. My first proper memories of the Freyfurt map was when. Do you remember back in the day there was a chap called Josh J, Oh, hang on. Oh, there we go. We're yeah. Ah, never mind, it's fine. It's all fine. What's a bit of curb clip in between friends? Yeah, there were a chap called Josh J, and he had done many repaints for the Solaris Urbino 15, and he'd repainted it like an Eclipse. And that was as close to an English bus as we had back in those days. You know, we didn't have any right-hand drive buses, really. It was all left-hand drive like this, and that was what we had to get our British fix, was that Eclipse. And now you look at how many buses we've got. You know, we've got the MMC, we've got the Streetlight, we've got the Eclipse 3, we've got so many more packs on the way this year. And you just think, how on earth did we manage? And OMSI was still an absolutely fantastic game back in those days, wasn't it? You know, I was quite happy driving my first liveried Solaris Urbino up and down. Which is a bit nuts, really, isn't it? You think nowadays, ooh, I couldn't do that. Oh. I think the engine, personally, sounds a little bit like the D7E engine that you get on the newer versions of the Eclipse and the Eclipse 2. You know, the like 07 plate and newer. It kind of has that whiny noise about it, but obviously then you are very much aware that it's not that at all, because it's got a ZF and it's an IVECO. Oh, it sounds like it's struggling, doesn't it? Oh, it's nice and thrashy though, listen to that! It just never wants to change up. It's not good in a diesel crisis, this, is it? Dear me, right, keep going round this. Oh, we're a little bit late, so if we, there we go, put our foot down. Look at that, that's brilliant, brilliant. Better, yeah, it's a blind bend, Joe. Perhaps you shouldn't be accelerating into a blind bend. Perhaps I shouldn't. It's more fun though, isn't it? No, you shouldn't be being a bad influence. No, we'll drive sensibly. The only downside is you can kind of see that the road's floating in bits, which, again, we picked this up on the San Savan map. It's an old map, what can I say? There's these little things that, back in the day, this was a fantastic map. And like I say, I still think it is. I'm thoroughly enjoying this. It's a free map, let's not gloss over that. This is a free map. What more could you want? Free map. Fantastic payware bus, brilliant. Oh, hang on. Right, where are you? Oh, are you just going there for me? Right, thank you, love. Oh, well, I'm sorry. That's as good as I'm doing. I'm not driving. I'm not drawing forward for you, love. If you're not. Bye. Right, off we go. Couple of little cottages down there. They look like the standard German houses, but of course, in a free map like this, you can't really expect them to make a load of assets, can you? Actually, to be fair, West Country 3 is a free map, and that's got a load of custom assets. But I guess West Country is a lot newer, isn't it, than this? Oh, it's just ace. This is like proper taking me back. It's proper taking me back to like my OMSI roots. You know, these are the sort of maps. There was another one that was like set in Russia. I know we kind of don't speak about that now. But it was a fantastic map, and there was like, I can't remember what it was, but they all turned around in like a central bus station. And if you can find the map, if you happen to know which map I'm talking about, please let me know in the comments. But there was a lot of, like, there was quite a few short-ish routes, and you used these, I'm gonna say Maz buses. I think it was Russia. It could literally have been anywhere in Europe, but it looked cold, so I just assumed it was Russia. But yeah, what else did it have? It had like pipes above the road, and there was obviously your obligatory OMSI roadworks, which at that time, every single map had to have some roadworks in. It was like quite a little town area, and then you got right out into the countryside. It was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I might even, I think I might have done a video on it. I might have done one of my first OMSI videos in a first Olympia or urban liveried Citaro was on that map, but I could be wrong, so let's not get too excited. But yeah, I think it could have been on that map. Wouldn't that be great to find a copy of that map again? What others did we like? We liked Bad Kinzhao. That was a fantastic map. That was a really good map, wasn't it? Bad Kinzhao. Stettin. Project Stettin. Oh, loved it. Absolutely loved it. Whoa, hang on. Oh. Came straight away. Straight round. Lovely. Bit of curb clipping, but it's fine. If I explain to the council, you know, the reason I've decimated your curbs, Mr. and Mrs. Council, is because I'm actually from Britain, where we drive on the correct side of the road, and, you know, this is my first day driving a left-hand drive bus. I mean, you can see from my previous OMSI videos, it's not my first day of driving a left-hand drive bus, but still. Oh, there we go. First day of driving in Freyfurt. Well, first day for a while, anyway. Hello, sir. On you get. You just shoulder barge my door. That's fine. Is this marked Platts? We need to get a wriggle on. We're 2.3 minutes late. Yeah. Oh, the next stop's Nebelau. Crikey, are we there already? Oh, this is a bit of a shorter video than usual, isn't it? Actually, I don't know how far away Nebelau is. Oh. Oh, this is it. Oh, right, okay. Well, there we go. Well, wait, hang on. Just pop round there. Nebelau Tillenblick, sorry. So we'll stop there. And we'll reverse onto the stand. You get a nice reversing beeper. I think you've got different chimes depending on what set var you use, because don't forget that any of these modern buses now come with an absolute ton of set vars, which you can use to customise it to the spec that you want. There we go. Let's open that door and let our passengers off. So yeah, here we go. That is the Irisbus Crossway. Do I think it's worth a buy? I certainly do. We'll be covering more versions of this bus, different specs. Hopefully I'll find a repaint with a different gearbox. But yeah, I think this is an absolutely fantastic bus. Much like the IVECO Crossway LE, it's really worth a purchase. It's really worth a look at. It really, really is. I wouldn't tell you something was good. You've seen all my videos of Sims. I would not tell you something was good unless I genuinely believed it was, and this is well worth a purchase. Helicon Media have outdone themselves with this. I am also going to be looking at the Crossway and the IVECO and the Irisbus Crossway, the taller versions of this, because these have really blown my socks off these past couple of weeks looking at these buses, and if these are that good, surely they must be as well. So yeah, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already and click that notification bell, so when I do eventually look at these buses, you'll be the first to know. And of course, show your appreciation if you have enjoyed today's video by clicking that like button. Always appreciated by myself, helps the video do better, and then you get more of them. Hey, simple as that. Other than that, thanks so much for watching, and hopefully I shall see you all next time. Cheerio! Goodbye for now.